Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
So I'm going to talk about now user command and admin command. Okay, this is something which I'm going to talk about. Now, user command and admin command. So here, if you look at this Linux command, I have created one repository here, commands, and if you see that Linux command, see that 1, 2, 2, 9 commands are available. So don't try to learn every commands. Okay, don't try to learn. One thing which you have to do, each one of you, is like no matter how much frustration you get it, no matter whether you have idea or no idea, use Linux for everything. Please remember this statement, because the moment you lock your mind that like I'm going to use Linux for everything, that means you will get a commands for sure. Linux is not a new tool, it's not a new thing. Is from there from last so many years, Unix and Linux, at least from 30-40 years actually. So there's no problem, like you won't find a commands actually. You will find it. The moment you put it in Google, you'll find it commands everywhere. Linux Foundation website, Linux Org website, Stack Overflow. You'll get it for the exact command within a no time spent. But you have to get a habit of it. Okay. So now some of the commands, because this is so many commands, you don't need to know also same time. It's not easy to cover everything. So some of the things which I can cover as part of this one, which is I feel very important. Okay, again, over the period of time, when you start learning DevOps, you get to situation where you need some commands, you can ask that questions anytime or Google it, you will get it. Commands is something which you practice, then only you remember. If you think, okay, I will just use once and I'll remember, it's not going to happen. Okay, so like that. So you just type user commands here, and here I want you to focus on these commands to begin with, because there's so many commands. I don't want you to focus on every commands. Okay, so these are the categories of commands which I want you to focus. For example, listing the file, current directory, make directory, remove files, remove directory, copy files and directories recursive, move files from one place to another place, shortcut, soft link, touch command to change the timestamp of the file, more command to see the content of the file, cats command to see the content of the file, you know, tell it to troubleshoot the file, look at the last few line of the file and then troubleshoot the file, listing the file, cutting some content from the file. Okay, searching something in the file pattern, okay, comparing between the two files, sorting the content of the file, navigating the different directories, creating a tarball, zip file, untar it, and all stuff like that, you know, and many users command, who logged in, last logged in, id of it, and so many things. So if you look at this directory, I have so many things, so many commands I have given it to you, but I want to cover few topics which is a generic one. So one is I found out package manager. Okay, second thing I found out, archive and compression. This is the important as per my experience. Third thing which I can found is how to troubleshoot in Linux. Fourth thing which I found, ch mode, understanding the ch mode. Finding a file, searching in a file. Okay, editor option in Linux. I'm just thinking, and so on. So this is something which you need explanation basically. Rest of the commands you don't need explanation too much. You just run it, you see the observation. So guys, let's go and get started with the package manager. Before that, anyone have any questions? Like if you want to do certain things which you could not do that or something like that?
I'm kind of like a beginner, so to set up the lab environments in personal laptop, it's really hard. So looking for like help on that.
Yeah, so you can look at the recordings, okay? And
Mhm.
the moment you stuck somewhere, you get an error, put it in the WhatsApp group and I'll comment on it. Okay? You have to let me put it in this way. You are starting your stuff from the very basics, and I want
Mhm.
you to have a lots of frustration, because the more you get a frustration, more you try, and more you learn. If everything is working without any problems, you will not learn anything. No one will learn anything. I have learned because of the same way. Everyone also learn the same way. Okay, so let's try it out. So package manager. So guys, there is a few operating system I wanted to tell you. So here we have Ubuntu, which just now installed it. RHEL CentOS family, which we have it. These are Linux flavor. You know Windows very well, right? And also you know Android very well. Now let me ask you a very simple question. When you have Android and when you want to install any software, what do you do? Tell me in Android. All of you, please participate in the discussion. All of you.
What was your question?
When you have Android and you want to install
Uh-huh.
some packages, some software, what you do?
We
We are
go
good.
to Android,
Let's start.
either go to Android store or Play Store or we store like that.
Correct. So basically, you said to me, like there is a one store is available. Okay, there's one store is available, and there you go, and from there you download. So let me put it. I mean, this there's store. Can I call it that repository? I'm just using the store repository. Where is the store? For you, the this is a Play Store. I'm just trying to correlate so you never forget this concept. This is the repository. This is the registry actually, play.google.com, and it has a lots of repository repos. of, like, this one repo, one repo, one repo, one repo, one repo. So let's say millions of applications or millions of repo you have it. And this, the place where repository, we call it registry. So this is the repos. So in Android, you have this one. Okay, and now what you do, you have a mobile, and in a mobile you install one application which you call client. Okay, and that this client, we call it, you have installed Play Store, correct? Now this application you install, agree with me?
Mhm.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah. So you have a Play Store. What you do, very simple thing, nothing great. You do install a package, update a package, and remove the package. This is something you should do that, and you know it very well. So guys, same concept we have with Ubuntu also, RHEL also, Windows also. How can you do that? See, in Ubuntu, let me show you the Ubuntu. We have apt client, mind it. This is the client, okay, and you have a repository also. So this is the client you have, and here if you want to install any software, install, update, or remove, and then package name. So package name would be uh, git. Let's say example git. So in a simple way, what I'm trying to tell you, if you want to install any package in Ubuntu, so that repository is added already. Okay, repository is there. There's a Ubuntu repository which, there's a default which is managed by Ubuntu itself, and just you run in your laptop, in your VM, you run this command, apt install git, apt update git, apt remove git, and git will be stored. You don't need to download anything. Same thing if you want to do in RHEL. How do you do that? So instead of apt, you have to use yum install. Remember that. Yum install. Yum install or
And install for
remove
which one?
package. Installing the package. Installing the
Okay.
software.
Okay.
If you want to do in Windows, then we do have a multiple options. One of these, I don't know whether you have heard of it or not, NuGet, and another option we have a Choco. Choco, Choco. So if you want to install through command line some software, you can use this apt for Ubuntu, yum for CentOS and RHEL, NuGet for Windows, and Choco for Windows again. Choco, let me show you a repository where you have a lot of package. NuGet repository, NuGet.org. This is the one. And this is managed by Microsoft. So how many software you have? Look at this, more than this many versions and this many unique software you have, almost 3 lakhs 48,000 plus.
That's
So this is the way NuGet install package name, Choco install package name. So every time when you go to the operating systems like this, you can install the packages using command line. So right now I have Ubuntu machines which is here. So it's a Ubuntu. So first of all, in order to install the packages, you have to use sudo. So you'll get the privileges, or you become a root. How to become a root? Sudo -s, and you see that it become root. So root have every privileges. Non-root like Rajesh, you don't have privileges. So right now I can do everything. So I don't need to use sudo. So git install. See, git is not there. Git is there. So I will uninstall it. How can you uninstall it? Apt remove git. Git is own software which I am going to teach you. So like that, not only this software, but you can install any software in this machine. See, git is not there. Now I'm going to install it. Yum apt install git. Enter. They're asking and
So
done.
what is
And you
the difference
see,
between apt and sudo? It's the same thing or it's different?
no, sudo means it will get a access of root while running a command being a normal user.
But sudo also used for installation or no?
Any admin activities you want to do, installing
Mm.
is admin activity, you need a sudo, more privileges.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so now what I did share to you is a concept, package manager, and every tools you want to install in operating system, apt for Ubuntu, yum for RH. NuGet and Choco you can try also in Windows. Typically, so far, most of you were doing manual installation, no more. Whether you are in Windows or RHEL or Ubuntu or Android, I mean Android you have a UI actually, but all this thing. Is that clear? All of you understood the concept?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Now next topic is archive and compression. So archive means what? So archive means many files, you put it in one file. This is called archive. And compression means reduce the size of that file. So what are the options we have in archive? So in Linux, we have archive option which you can use it zip also. Zip has a both capability, archive plus compression. But you can use a tar also. In Linux world, most of the time you will have a tar. You will see the tar file. How do we compress? So if you want to compress this file, so you have a gzip. Okay, compression. There are so many others, but you don't use too many options. So zip is for both, tar for archive only, and gzip for compression. Okay, so now let me create a zip file. So here, let me go to another server. Here, look at this here. There's one directory I'm creating, Raju, and here I'm moving all the files from the current directory to Raju. Okay, and here I moved it everything. So Raju ls Raju, if you see, you have a two files. Now I want to compress and archive using zip. So zip hyphen r and Raju dot zip and directory, enter. And you see that it says, hey, zip command is not there. What to do? You know that apt install zip. I can install the zip immediately. Yes, I want to install it. Zip was not there, uninstall it. Install it. And within a few seconds, you got installation done. Now I'll run it. And you see here, zip file created. Now I'll remove this directory, Raju, and here I will unzip it. Unzip it, raju.zip. And you see here, unzip was there, so unzip has happened. So this is the way you can zip, unzip if you want to compress an archive. Now, next question is, how can I use the tarball? Now, tarball you will see everywhere. Okay, so let me show you. So here, tar, you are creating a tar hyphen c for create, v for verbose, mode f for file name, raju dot tar, which directory? Raju. And you see here, you created a tarball. Tarball will archive only, not compress. So if you want to compress this one, so let me show you this is size of it. Size is 12 KB, though this is very small size. If I want to compress it, jzip and tar file, raju dot tar, and sorry, tar. And now if you see the size of it, sorry, file name is this one, and you see 4 KB. So earlier when you tar it, it was 12 KB. After compression, it's become a 4 KB. So in order to compress an archive, tar is the best option compared to zip. Are you understanding, all of you? So now if you want to
Like
extract it, let me delete the Raju. Now you want to extract it, so tar hyphen z for uncompress, X for extract, VF, the file name, this one, and practice it. Now you have done it. Are you understanding, all of you? Okay. So now this is all about how do we do that. This question, I'll move it to the last. This is a CH mode. What is CH mode? So guys, here ch means changing, mode means mode of the permission mode of the file or directory. Let's understand this way. Look at this very carefully. I have, let me ls-l. I have two files, one directory. Look at it very carefully. I'll just copy this one. And now if you see that first line, this depict this one, this column depict the permission, who is having what permission for these files or directory. This is basically owner of the file. This is the group name, and this is the name, date on which it was created or modified, something like that. So now D for directory, hyphen for file. So right now you have a file. Now you copy this whole things and divide into three part. So remove this first here, one part, two part, three part. Read, write, no, nothing. Read, nothing, nothing. Read, nothing, nothing. So what exactly this table is? So first is representing read, second thing representing write, third thing representing execute. Now, so this is a read, this is the write, and this is the execute, last one. Now what is this represent? So this represent first entry of this one represent owner of the file, what access he will have, the user who's a part of the group, other user who will be having what access, and this is for others who's not a owner, who's not a group, who's not a part of this group, which where the owner is part of it, then others. So here owner have read and write access, group have read access, this is the group name, okay, and here this has other has read access. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. Now if you see that this will carry some weightage. So read carry 4 weightage, write carries 2 weightage, 4 to 6, and exec carries 1 weightage. What exactly this? So basically you know when you write this one, read, write and all, you feel frustrated. Number is very easy to do that. So for example, if I want to give owner read, write, execute access, then what I have to do? Read, write, execute, and 7 access you have to give. And if I want to give group access also everything, then 7, and others also 7. That means chmod 777 and the file name you give it. That means in this case 7 means read, write, execute to owner, read, write, execute to group, read, write, execute to others. Now 000 means no access you have given to anyone. If you want to give executable access, 755. So what exactly? 755. In that case, what you are giving? Owner you are giving full access, but others, a group you are giving only read and execute access, and others also giving read and execute access. Any files which you create in Linux, by default, they have a 644 access. Means read and write for the owner, okay, and read for group, others for read also. So this is the default access, you get it. So if you want to change, if you want to execute something, you should give this access accordingly. So guys, did you understand that chmod and how do we manage the permission of files and directories? All of you?
Rajesh sir, by default, file and directory have the same access. Like I see there is a difference
644,
between,
yeah, this is the default uname set is 644.
but directory have the difference.
Yeah, got it, all of you? Okay, so now next thing you have to practice a little bit of it. So let me show you this, some of the tables for the demo. So for example, I modify this file. You see that read write RRR. So chmod 777 everything I'll give it to this file, and you see that this got changed. Look at the table, first one, first column here, and if I say 000, and you see here nothing. It's like 755. See, so this way you can give access to the file. Okay, so now next
Rajesh,
topic is,
I have a question there.
yeah,
So can you elaborate the permissions of like directory as well?
same. In Linux, directory and files have no differences actually. So Linux believe everything as a regular file. So directories also is a kind of same properties they will follow. See here, look at this. Here, D avoid it, divide into three parts. Read, write, execute, read nothing, execute, read nothing, execute. So this is 755 default. Got it?
Okay, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So now next question is finding a file. Now finding a file is very important. You will find a file, you'll get frustrated. So how can I find the file? So guys, there's one command which is very powerful, and that's called find. Okay, you can find a file by name, you can find a file by permission, you can find a file by size of the file, you can find a file by access date, you can find a file by modification date, you can find a file by the ownership, you can find a file based on the pattern, you can find a file in a lot of other ways also using the find command. Okay, so now I told you this is a like a kind of very powerful command, and you have to practice it. Without a practice you will find nothing. So here this required little bit of practice, and what I did, this command, a lot of examples I put it up here. Okay, this is the place you will see that Linux find a command you'll have in the recording, you can access it. So all the scenarios, let's say here, find a file by the size. This is the way. Okay. Find a file which is by directory. This. Find a file by name. Find a file by modification time. Find a file by created minutes, 60 minutes ago. So this whole situation, this all commands you have to practice it. Okay. And this you required you to observe that. Okay, so you can use this find command and try it out. So some of the commands, which example, this basic I'm helping you, but it has a hell lot of situation. So here find in the current directory name of the file Raka, no files. But if I say Raja, no file. But if I say Raju, directory is there. If I say Raju.zip, it is case sensitive. Raj star regular expression. Just a name anything with star dot zip, star dot gun zip. So like that you can find a file name dot name, or find dot what exactly hyphen m size. So m size something like this, and 100 MB something like this. You can, there's some problem in that. spelling mistake. Here. So here find copy this, current location here by size, any size in MB, let's say 3 MB. Here no files are there, 3 MB, but if you go, let me check that some files are there in this different directory, opt or something. So that way, here let's say zip this guy, vault recursive and vault dot zip. I zip this file. Okay, sorry, opposite. Here, what is the size? Let me check. Du -sh. Here 8 KB. Oh, I don't have any files more than MB. So like that, you can find a file using size also. So you have to use this one to practice it, and then it will help you. Now, next commands which I have, next topic which we have, searching a file. Sorry, searching a content in a file. That's the right word. How to search content in the file. Searching content in a file. So guys, for that we have many what do you say, utilities. One of the utilities which is a very powerful, which is called grep.
grep.
Okay, grep, yeah. But you know what, many other utilities are also there, like a sed, okay, or let's say awk. Now these all are advanced utility, okay, tools. You can use it, you will find lots of benefit for this, but this is to get started with it. So for example, again, grep command also, I have given a lot of scenario here documented it, all these commands. I want you to try it out, okay. Grep command also, but just for demo purpose, I'll show you some of the scenarios. So for example, there's one file which is called vi raju.txt, and inside that I am putting some random content, okay. And I'll teach you vi editor, just a second, give me 2 seconds. Raju, here I am putting this content. Now here, if I want to find a file which has a grep -r, means recursive, and file name is Raju, of directory, sorry. So grep -r recursive directory dot, and what you want to find, so you want to find Ramu, which is not there. See here, no files or directory. But if I say Raju, okay, sorry, there's a spelling mistake. So grep what, Raju and dot, this is the right formation. Okay, so you see that here, recursive Raju, search for Raju in dot, means current locations. Now let me find out this one. See, nothing is there. So this way you have so many situations actually. You can ignore it, you can grep certain patterns, you can grep and display some lines, all this thing. You have a few situations which you have to practice at least once, so you know the capability of grep. Okay, so this tools, this page will help you to get it all this done. Now next thing is we have editor. So guys, we have multiple editor in Linux, multiple. Which one you like depends on you, your preference. We have a VI editor, we have a SED editor. SED is also editor, by the way. Okay, we have a Vim editor, we have Nano editor. If you are looking for some other editor also, you can use it. The default is VI editor. You will find in every Linux, and that I'm going to teach you right now. So VI is editor for files. Okay, so how to work with it? Very simple formula. Let me teach you. So for example, if there is a file which is called raju.txt, if you want to open up, you open up VI and the file name. If you have no file, then it will create one empty. So that is the something which you have to understand. Now the question is, I've created and not saved it, so it did not resulted in that. So now what I'm going to do, how to edit this file? So open up the VI editor, Raju. Remember that when you open up any files with the VI editor, that is in read-only mode. Yes, I cannot modify this read only. See here, I'm typing FFF. It's not doing anything. So now this is a read only mode. So then you'll ask me, how can I go edit mode? So you have to press I for read only, escape for I for insert mode, escape for read only mode. Look at the bottom section where there's one button is enabled. When I press I, insert bottom section, press escape, read only mode. I, insert mode, escape, read only mode. Okay, are you comfortable, all of you? All of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now the question is, after insert mode, you can write whatever you want. Okay. And now after that you have to save it. There is a true situation. After modification, you want to save and exit. Second situation, you don't want to save but exit. So what to do? If you want to save and exit, press read only mode, escape, and type colon WQ. I repeat, save with an exit or save without exit. For both, you have to go to the read only mode. So I press escape, read only mode, colon WQ, save and exit. WQ, save and exit. And you see here. Now I open up this file again and go to the insert mode, write something and escape read only mode. And if I don't want to save it, so Q an exclamation. That means it will exit but without saving. That's all you need to know. And then with practice, some shortcuts you will learn along with it. Okay. So remember the VI editor you should use for any of this work as such. Now, next thing is how to troubleshoot in Linux. Now guys, this is a very important questions and it has a very detailed answer, and for that you have to practice at least 30 to 40 commands. Okay, so now I will show you one strategy to troubleshoot anytime in Linux or any other platform also. So let me open up my blog for that. Here, trouble spelling mistake actually. Troubleshoot. So these are the troubleshooting guide I want to show you for Linux only, and for that here this is the one.
Uh, do we have access to this blog?
Yeah. Okay. So guys, this is
Yeah.
the hello.
Yeah, I'm asking, do we have access to this blog?
Yes, yes, everyone has access.
Okay.
In the recordings, you will have a ways to go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, the question is, how do we troubleshoot Linux? This is a very important question. And for this, troubleshooting, you need to know 30 to 40 commands. Okay. So some of the commands here I'll share with you over the period of time. You'll automatically understand. Don't want to feed you so many commands at a time. You will get lost because thousands of commands are there. Okay. So first thing, if you get any error, first check the system. What? RAM, disk, input output, network, mount issues, and processes. First, you check that. So how do I check this? Let me show you And you have to practice, guys. It will not come in one day. It required 6 to 1 year of practice. So RAM issues, how do I see that? So free hyphen H. Okay, so RAM total 4 GB used free. Good. I mean, it's okay, fine. You want to know disk df hyphen kh. Okay, seems to be good. Available uses good. Disk input and output vm stat IO stat. Now I know that you need to spend time with these commands to understand the output, but I'm just giving you the lead for it. Each command you have to over the don't try to run immediately. Once you get into the problem, then spend time. But you should know these are the commands. So IO stats is not there. What to do? Anyone have idea what to do? Hello.
I don't know.
Install
Google.
that. Simple.
I
Simple.
have to install.
Yeah, always remember the concept. If some tools are, see, I don't know whether you will install minimal OS or Happy OS. If you install minimal OS, you won't find any utility much of it. You have to install it. How? apt or yum. Okay, so I installed it. IO stats. This is the output. Now you need to understand it. MP stats. This is the one. Now you say, Rajesh, I don't know. I don't understand the output of it. Yes, even though I have been using these commands from last 10-15 years, and if you use after 2 months, still you have to look at the documentation for it. So what to do? So official documents anyways, you can look at for it. I have also explained this in my way in this. So if you go to this here, search MP stats, sorry, spelling mistake I say, MP stats for troubleshooting CPU and virtual memory. Here it is. IO stats here only. Don't worry about that. It will take at least a year if you keep practicing it. And then VM stats, complete documentations. Here you have. Okay. So these are the commands, examples, explanation for each and everything, and some examples here. Now this is a very great article actually. If you want to become a right DevOps and SR engineer, these are the thing utility actually. You should understand. This is a great image actually. I got it from the internet. See that here. So here this is the Linux image, okay, and the Linux different part of Linux you have, and which one you want to troubleshoot. Based on that you have a commands actually, like nestat, sysdig, pref, mpstat, stop, bmstats, and you see that all these commands are there. Very nice image. But just I'm giving you an idea. Okay, slowly you get upboarded in that. Don't feel overboarded with the too many commands, because even though if you try very hard, you'll not be able to remember that, because so many options are there. But you need to create a pointer in your mind saying that, hey, I need to troubleshoot what? I need to troubleshoot where is that? Just a second. I need to, so I need to troubleshoot RAM. Then you'll get a command for it. I need to troubleshoot disk. I need to troubleshoot network. Are you getting my points? Hello? Hello? Am I
Yeah, we
audible?
can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's say mount issues. So df-kh. Okay. Too many processes. ps-ef. These processes. Okay. Uptime. Server is up and running or not. Like this. So first, when you want to troubleshoot any things, focus on this, and then go for application. Let's say you are Apache troubleshooting, Tomcat troubleshooting, MySQL troubleshooting. So what you should do? So create a memory pointer. So let's say when you check that your system is okay, RAM is okay, disk is okay, CPU is okay, network is okay, process is okay, there's no problem in input and output also, everything is okay, then move to applications. Let's say Apache, Tomcat, Jenkins, Nexus, Artifactory, Kubernetes, then go for it. And what you should do, first you check the application log. Yes, you should check the application log. Different application, different path of it. But guys, you know what? Most of the time, I'm not saying that you will find for sure, but most of the time, the log is written in the bar log locations. This is the place. All the logs you will find at these locations most of the time, but sometimes you can find the logs inside the application installation directories as well. So depends on that. So let's say I'll do one thing. I'll install one applications. What applications I want to install? Apt install Apache 2. I install this. Just give me 2 seconds. And I know this application well, so you should gather that knowledge. I'm starting this application, systemctl start Apache 2, and I can access. Do you have a 2 screen? Let me check. Yes, I'm having. So I can access this application curl http local host 80 port is running. Okay, so local host, and you see it's accessible. Now what I'll do, I will create repetitive request on this website. Watch is a command. Okay, watch is not there. Watch. Oh, sorry, my bad. It's spelling mistake. Watch. So I'm creating a hit on that. Hitting means that application is someone is using consistently. Now I want to see the logs of it. How do I get it? So here is there. Earlier it was not there. Now it is there. Now you need to know application. I know Apache, so I know that all the access log will be here. But I want to stream it. You can see the more command. You can see the log. You can see the less command or cat command. You can see the logs. But I want to stream it. How do I do that? So tell -f, small combination will help you actually, and then access log, and you see that automatically you see streaming is happening. So here you see the logs, here you see the applications, troubleshoot, see that problem. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yes, we do understand. But how to
Yeah.
run it, how to get it, all of this stuff is the thing.
Don't worry, you have to have a practice for it. See, if you have attended 1 hour of session, you have to practice at least 5 hours. Mark this statement. Else, if you think you can learn only by the training, in that case, I would have learned 5,000 tools in last 15-20 years, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Rajesh, what is the difference between cat more and less?
See, I'll put it in this way. Cat is a command which will show you the content of the file. So for example, apache.log here, what is it? Access.log, right? Yeah. So content of the file. And here it started that and ended with the content of the file. But in a more way, when you see more, it will give you some first few lines from top, and after that you keep hitting it page by page, you will get it. Now, if you see the less, that means it will take it from the bottom of the file. It's the bottom of the file. Sorry, less, not ls, less. And then it will show you the content. So for each and everything, you have a command for it. You have to just practice it. I'm not using cat. I'm using mode every time. Okay. So now the next question is, okay, so come back to my blog. So here, okay, so application is done. Now guys, do you have any zombie process? Question is, how do we find a zombie? What is a zombie? Anyone have idea? What is zombie process? So process which is something like this. Here we have a process ps-ef, all the process running in my machine, which you can see that, and in fact you can grep it. So for example, if I want to grep Apache, so here Apache process, this is the Apache one, this is the PID, this is the PPID, parent ID, and this is the Apache running. But the question is, what is a zombie process? So zombie
Process
process.
which don't have the parent process.
Wonderful. So see what happens in the Linux or in Windows also. Every process we have a child process. For example, super parent process who has a no process, no parent, which is zero. Everything comes in the system from zero, and from zero you get one, and from one you get a two, three, four, five, six. Depends on what you are running. Like this. This is the kind. So 6 parent is 3, 3 parent is 1, 1 parent is 0. 5 parent is 4, 4 parent is 1 and 0. How do you see that? So if you see that very carefully, ps-ef, see that here 0. One process is a PID which is running your operating system come from 0. 1, then 2. 2 also come from 0. 3 come from 2. PPID, PID. Like that. So what is a zombie process? A zombie process is a process where the parent has been killed. This is killed, but this is somehow not got killed and it's become a zombie. You know, bhoot concept in Hindi we call it a bhoot concept, something like that. Correct? In English, what do you call it? Uh,
Lost,
evil. What do you call it?
evil, evil, devil,
Evil, yeah,
ghost.
evil, yeah, something like that.
We
So
can say
in Linux
ghost.
also we have a zombie process concept. So zombie is creating your server slow actually. The more zombie process you have, slow. How do you find out? So nothing great. You just type in Google how to find zombie process. So there is a two commands, stress and stress, okay, which you can use it. So here you see that so many articles are there. How to hunt, kill, and remove zombie process. So many commands are there. Stress, star. I mean, so many commands are there for that. So this is not good tutorial. Go for Ubuntu. This is the one. So you'll just find a command. See here what command they have used it. So they have used the ps aux command to find a zombie process. Here PS3 they have used also. I have used stress. Stress is there or not? Let me check this. Stress is a powerful one. Stress. No, it's not there. Oh, it's there. There is there. Stress. So here, just stress example for zombie process. And check that here. Some examples I want. Oh, see here. So if it is a cron is a process, it becomes zombie. You'll get it like this. So again, you have to practice a little bit. Slowly, you'll get into that and practice it. Okay, so now coming back to the checklist, check the application log, check the web server log, check the memory leak of your applications, and if you find there's no issues in applications, then go to dependent services. What is the dependent services? So maybe your network has some issues, firewall issues, antivirus issues, SMTP issues or something like that. Go for it. So these are the commands I have run. You can run for these all commands required you need to be expert in this because each command you have tens of options. So these are the commands which will help you. So yes, always create some program in your memory when there is some troubleshooting. First check the system, second check application, then third check the dependent services, and for each and everything there is a command, quick commands, which you can create your own list of it. This is the networking commands. This is the virtual memory commands and all stuff like that, and get it. Okay, so any questions on this? How to troubleshoot and all stuff like that? Okay. Now, next topic what we have is after getting understanding of some of the Linux and Linux and admin command, we need to write the automated scripting in Linux. Yes.
Rajesh,
Need
Manjunath
to write.
here.
Yeah.
In Windows, how we can troubleshoot here in a Windows also?
So in Windows, everything you have a UI actually, tools for that. So let's say disk. Here you have a disk
Okay.
settings. Here you have CPU settings. You have all this thing. You can see that here. Event viewer you have. What
Yeah.
else? All this thing is in Windows. I don't think so. I should tell you because we are using since ages.
Is it, see, if you are writing any script or something for a DevOps SRE, is it same thing we can use it or okay,
No, this
troubleshooting for
question is not
automation?
clear.
See, if I'm
Ah,
running any memory utilization or something, CPU utilization, I want to write a script in SRE. Okay, how do I do that one?
See, first of all, I'll tell you in a simple way. You are living in the age of where you just need to know what you want. Do you know that?
Okay,
If you know
yeah,
that what you want, script you get it free of cost. Getting
okay,
points.
okay, okay,
But
yeah,
here,
yeah, got
what
it.
we are saying, I was
Yeah,
just teaching Terraform last day. Uh,
yeah,
I covered everything of Terraform. How to write a
okay,
code, how to troubleshoot, how to run, all this thing. And end of the
okay,
day, I covered one topic saying that you don't need to write any program. Why? Because every
okay,
program has been already written.
okay, okay.
Getting points. So if
Thank
you
you.
know
Yeah,
what you
thank you.
want, yeah,
Okay,
then you will get a script. That's not a problem. Okay, so
okay,
next
thank
topic is how do we write shell scripting? Scripting is very important. And in Linux, we write a shell scripting, bash scripting that we need to learn. Okay.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.